Good afternoon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tumi Tladi, and let's continue with the second session for today, where I'm going to do video number 7. In our previous video for the series, Xamarin series, we did cover there's a file or page, app.xaml. There's a lot that we covered there. It's interesting, so that it guides us on how the application starts in Xamarin, like how do we set the main page and so forth. And now I realized that there's a topic on preferences, and there's this object or a class name called preferences variables. Okay, and then that's what I want to cover today: preferences and preferences variables. Preferences and preferences variables. Okay. But you know what I'm going to do? Before we get down, let me use my phone to do a bit of a research. Chrome. I hate Chrome, by the way. Okay, yesterday we were looking at MVVM. I hate Google Chrome. It's my own personal opinion. So I'm going to look at Xamarin Essentials. I don't intend to do this extensively. Xamarin Essentials Preferences, and then I just want to look at the documentation, but I intend to do this in detail later on. I just want to show you where the idea of preferences is coming from. So the preferences class helps to store application preferences in a key value store. That's it. I'm done. We are done. Thank you. Now, let's go to Visual Studio. And then we're going to open the class we just, or the file we just looked at. This app.xaml code behind, where we see a lot of preferences. So this is what we have, preferences. It comes from a Nuget package called the Xamarin.Essentials. A class to interact with the preferences or settings of the native platform. Each platform uses the platform provided native APIs for storing application user preferences, and you can see for different platforms what they're going to be using. For, in our case, Android, it's using SharedPreferences under the hood. So now this Nuget packages, you need to bring it for all the projects. Xamarin Essentials, there we go. Cool. I can't wait for .NET MAUI because it's going to be called MAUI Essentials, I believe. Yes, MAUI Essentials. I can't wait. Xamarin team, aka MAUI team, still busy with the release of .NET MAUI. It's going to go GA, general available, in November. That's the official launch. So I'm also with .NET 6. I can't wait for that one. Okay, so let's go to utilities. Then we are introduced with this class called Preferences Variables. So it's a custom class I create myself. So this guy, it only holds the keys. And I want to talk about why it's very important. And I want to try to read some of the keys so that I don't have to come back throughout the series to this class. I'm only showing it once. So when you see something like this, that preferences.get, we are getting a value for a given key. So this is the key, which is user accepted for terms of service, functionality, or feature. So when you see underscore, it's for something, but there's the actual key. So this is user accepted. So we're asking, has the user accepted the terms of service, right? So everything that you see here after dot is the key. But I try to make it so descriptive that it makes sense. Like I said, everything you see after underscore is for that functionality or for that feature or for that whatever. But the actual key here is. So again, we also saw that there is something like that on app ID. So here we go. Preferences.get, and then we are saying the key is going to come from preferences variables. This one, it's app ID. Now underscore, it's for the entire what? App. So this is how I know how to justify it. So let's start, because you want to see a lot. And also I try to group this guy with the comments. So this one is generally for the entire app, right? So now this is what I do. Whatever variable name for this static variable, static string variable name, what you see, app id underscore app, it's how it is, the same name with the same value. Okay, so here it's going to be for splash. Now for splash, but when we target version updates page, so you're going to see these three on the version updates page when we get to it. So there is going to be a version updates. It's a feature that I intend to do. There we go, version updates. I'll rearrange, but for now it's scheduled to be video number 10. And then we have splash for screen page, where we're looking at the permissions status. Screen page, why can't you say startup page? I believe this one is this. Let me launch the app. Give it a couple of seconds. Splash, it's a splash screen right now. So it skips terms of service, it's going to startup screen. I believe this is this guy. Permission status. So I'm still gonna cover everything. I believe this is the one start page, but I'll try to rename so that doesn't confuse me. It's supposed to, is it startup screen or what's happening? But at this one, it makes sense. No, the feature is for business, particularly on the info page. The feature is business, particularly on the business hours page. And then this one still on the business feature, particularly on location page. This one's on printing feature, on the prices page, copying feature, prices page. And finally, the copying feature on the settings page. So, but this one you're gonna see a lot. Username underscore settings. Yeah, this one a lot. You're gonna see this one a lot because I need to get the username. I know for the feedback, so you have to provide the username, so yeah, so this is how I group it so that it becomes, it's also readable. These are the keys. And another thing about the shared preferences or the preferences generally, the key should be unique. That's why it's taking after the name, so that if this is the same as this, it should not be permitted, because whatever it is, this is going to be its own value. With the exact casing, KML or Pascal casing, the number of characters, this is how it is. You're going to see a lot on this. So this is what I want to cover, because you're going to see a lot, especially on the view model, if not the code behind. So that's what I want to cover, to say it's going to be a good idea for you to group your keys for preferences. So that's what I want to cover in this video. If you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And then if you have any comments, leave them down below on the comment section. And then if you like what you see on this YouTube channel, please give it a subscribe, happy click, and click on the notification bell to be notified when I drop the next video. Do you see the video? It's 8 minutes, almost 9 minutes. I intend to keep them short and simple, focusing on one thing and one thing only. With that being said, there's a whole lot I need to cover. The next video is going to be terms of service page. You want to watch this one. With that being said, thank you very much. Until next time.